Hey there everybody, this is Lee with Creative2xmom and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be continuing in the Homeschool Curriculum Review series, and this week's topic is geography. We love geography. In fact, that's probably my absolute favorite subject to teach. I do it pretty basic, pretty simple, but then we try to add in some fun stuff. So the spine of our geography curriculum is this Evan-Moor daily geography book. You can pick these up pretty inexpensively. I was looking to see if this one was labeled. I think they're around $15 a piece, and you can get them from grade 1 clear on up through grade 6. Now for kindergarten, there is another one called Basic Geography or Beginning Geography. I'm not sure. I will link it down below. That's what we used for kindergarten, and it gives a really good overview of landforms and habitat and just basic map skills. And then starting in grade 1, we get these daily geography books. There's 36 weeks. It's a 36-week curriculum, which I love. Each week has a map that you start with, and then this is the 4th grade one. There is 2 pages of questions. Now, of course, with kindergarten, you're not going to have questions that look like this. With kindergarten, they are learning a lot of things like directions. So it might just ask, which of these symbols is for north? And I'll give the child 2 different options and they circle one. Which of these symbols is for grassland? And I'll give the child 2 different options and they'll circle one. It's around 4th grade that you get into these harder questions where you're doing 1 or 2 sentences per question. So for each day, there's 2 questions, Monday through Friday, and then there's a challenge at the bottom. So this one says, the Rocky Mountain region has many famous national parks. Use an atlas or other resource to locate the oldest one, Yellowstone National Park. Color the area of the park on the map in yellow. You may even want to show Old Faithful, the most famous geyser in the park. So it's up to you if you want to include the challenge or not. We actually do these twice a week because we do history twice a week. So my kids will do Monday through Wednesday one day, and then they do Thursday through the challenge the second day that we do history, because we do geography on history days. Now I found that for 1st grade through 3rd grade, I really didn't need the teacher's edition. All the information was covered right within the lesson. But about 4th grade, it gets a little bit more in depth, and that's where the teacher's guide is actually really nice, because there is a lot of information about, okay, this is how you would introduce the map, this is what you want to tell your kids about, this is a physical feature map, particularly on this lesson. You might want to tell your kids this, you might want to talk about these different landmarks, and then there is some vocabulary for the lesson, some things that you'll want to go over. And then there's an answer key. On the teacher's page, there's an answer key for all the questions. Now, still, this is pretty intuitive what you would know the answers for, but then at this point, I don't have to go through every lesson. I can just quickly correct it. And there are a few things that are not included on the map that if you don't go through the teacher's information, your student will be missing out on a couple of the questions on these higher level grades. So I find that this is a really quick, easy way to go through geography, but still it's good foundation. I think geography is really important as far as history and literature go. Your kids kind of miss out a little bit on the context if they don't have the geography, so I like to do something like this. But I've actually talked to a couple of my kids and talked to other teachers in the middle school area, and my kids are doing really well in their history because they have this background. Some of the other kids aren't. They don't have a geography background, and they just don't know where things are in the world. They don't know where things are on the map or anything like that. So I know that this has given my kids a really good head start as far as geography goes. Something else that we included this year, just for fun, is we are part of a 50 States Postcard Exchange, and you guys will have seen these on my morning basket videos, is that we are exchanging postcards with other families from 50 states in the United States. And so we keep a U.S. map on the wall where we do most of our schoolwork, and each time we get one of these in the mail, I will put it aside until we do our morning basket the next day, and we'll read through it. Sometimes we'll look up a little bit of information on the computer. My kids like to find the state on the map. And another thing that we've used, but I had to return to the library, was the 50 States book. I think that's what it's called, 50 States something. I will link that down below as well. but it gives so much information because some of these postcards, they're coming from homeschool families, so a lot of them have a lot of information. Some of them don't have as much as we want, and we get inspired to want to read more. So that book has been a great resource to have around because it is full of information. It's full of information about the geography of the state, about famous people who have come from that state, about famous landmarks, different things you might want to visit if you were a tourist to that state. So that's been a nice asset to build into our morning time along with our postcards as we get these. So I will put that information down below in case you're interested. We are specifically looking for families from Rhode Island, Wyoming, Nevada, but if you are from any of the 50 states in the US, you are welcome to join in at any time, so I will leave the information down below. And that's what we use for geography. I really enjoy geography. I enjoy traveling and getting to know other cultures and other places, so this has been a fun way to do that with my kids in the comfort of our own living room, just to expose them to the world and to get more information about studying maps and just having that sense of adventure to go out and see the world. This will wrap up our homeschool curriculum review. I hope you will check out the playlist down below, as well as April's channel at The Simple Rugged Path. Thank you so much for hosting, April. This has been a really fun series to go through, and I know that I have learned a ton from the contributors, so I hope you have as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.